Good morning, this is Richard. It's April the 6th. I wasn't going to shoot this video until I got on farther down the hill, but I decided to go ahead and do it. Here's the people's land I'm digging on. It's their personal garden. I'm walking through here. I just picked this up right here. Nice big old blade deal that they plowed and broke. Chips all over up here. This used to be a campsite. This was part of their house complexes too. As you can see, this has all been bulldozed. It's flat, so we're going to look down through here and try to find where some of the house sites were. And look at here. Looks like there's been a bulldozer here too. And yeah, there's flint all over out there. Their house is right behind me. I'm not going to show that out of respect for them. But yeah, see this here's one sticking out of the ground by the plow. Now this is a video from a non-professional, although I did stay at a Holiday Inn once. I want to give a shout out to Momark. Nice to hear from a real person who says exactly what they feel and tells the truth. And if you can't respect that, no matter what you think, you're an idiot. So that's that. And now, not trying to be smart, Mark, looking at it from my computer miles away, that piece your wife found looks like a Calf Creek preform to me. It looked exactly what it looks like. Looks like the same flaking. Looks like it's ultra thin. I don't know. Check it out. Put one up beside it and see. I'm going to give a little lesson about the cucumber. Anyway, these people bought this land to make a living off of, to raise their kids. They didn't buy it because there's a campsite there where they built their house and their garden. And as you can see, he's bulldozing way faster than we can ever keep up. So we're just doing what we can to get what we can before it's all gone. And once, like I said, once it's bulldozed, it's finished. And now actually this place has been bulldozed twice. This road was cut in once about 15 years ago by the guy who sold it to this guy. And then this guy re-bulldozed down through here and cleared off these spots. So it's very hard to tell where the humps, where the house places were on this side of the fence. On the other side of the fence, there's 3 house places, 30 feet across. They raise up about a foot in the center. In the center of them, you won't find very many artifacts. You'll find lots around the edges. There's been 3 fires, 3 major fire pits, many small fire pits, 2 nut and stone stations where all you find is nut and stones, 1 place where all you find is hematite in about a 7-foot area, 2 areas for sure that it's where they took their tools to work on them when they brought them, when they broke them or whatever, or where they manufactured them. Just by the sheer number of broken ones and the broken ones being set up on rocks. I mean, you just don't. Like right through here, there's going to be another house place, but it's already been bulldozed. So we can't get no levels or nothing like that. Not when you got them on top of the ground and you got them 2 feet down, because they've already been turned over twice. Now on the other side of the fence, yeah, like I said, there's 3 huts there. And we know exactly what's going on over there. And how deep the artifacts are and where the clay level is and la-di-da. And we do know where they got the rocks. The rocks, they come from right down here on the creek. There are these rocks right here. I've showed you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. And the outside, I've showed you the outside of those rocks on the arrowheads made themselves, the cortex. If you want to be a professional about it, we call it the bark. Rough. But yeah, it comes from down the creek. They didn't have to walk for 100 miles to go get something to make an arrowhead or an adze. It's not like we're out here somewhere north where there's no rock. There is no rock up on this hill, period. Except for the rock they brought up here. And like I said, there's jillions of them. They all come from the creek. Each one of the houses do have a specific type of arrowheads, which are all the same. They're in just different stages of use. Check this out. I'm just walking along. Let's hope. Hey, oh. Lee. And if it was first made and just come around like through here, somebody'd be trying to call it a Smith. And if they resharpened it and kept the ears on there, somebody's going to be trying to call it a Melville. Long story short, they all were made by the same guy. So who really cares what they are? They're archaic arrowheads. There you go, lump them into one period, archaic points. And there you got it. Different stages of use. Yeah, let's see what else about this place. It doesn't go very far over each hill, right there to there, and you're about at the end of the campsite. Like I said, I'm saying 6 houses. Hard to tell, because see right here where this fence is? You guessed it, a bulldozer. So we found artifacts, I mean, all the way down there scattered on top of the ground. Because this here used to be half of a big house. One Matati. And different places right over here where we're digging at today. I would imagine I'm probably going to find a drill or 2 drills, maybe more, because that's just the way it is. That's where the drills are. And then you get down to the 3rd house and you find that's the guy that collected the arrowheads out of the creek. All his stuff is creek stained and old points. And we film all the time. I just didn't know people wanted to see 10-minute loops for 6 hours of me digging trying to find an arrowhead. They don't just pop right out of the ground. And there are no bones. The only way there'd be a bone, if you've ever dug at a site like an archaic site before in your life, is if at one of the big fire pits a deer bone would get encrusted or whatever and saved over the years. And it'd be a freak accident. Now I can take you down on the river there and we can dig a shovel deep into, I don't know, about 150, 200 campsites that are woodland, and you can have all the bones and pottery you want. But we'll get to that later. We got way too much to go here. And like you said, everybody's going to get to see this and knows what happens. And yeah, we would have loved it not to have a bulldozer. We wouldn't have got no professionals anyway, wouldn't need them. Like I said, we already know what we got. We've got, I don't know how you call that side notch, but but if you like, we got side notch Etleys here. It's gonna be a beautiful day. I'm gonna kick some ass and find some beautiful arrowheads. Thank you all for watching. If I can think of any more lessons I need to tell you about this, or you got any questions you want to ask me about what we find, where we found it, out there, the 3rd house, from this side of the fence, it was the Sedalia house. This house right here, where the one I'm standing on here at the fence post, we'll call it the post house. It's the biggest house. It's had all the little corner notched weird points, all of them different. All the big Etleys came from the house right up there by that tree. All the big long 5-inch plus ones. And the workstation, and right across on the other side of that tree, about 15 feet away, was where the nutting stones, about 20 of them were. It's been awesome. I love it. I gotta get to work.